Are you ready? It's time. I'm Jefferson with ConocoPhillips, the president of the Board of Volunteer Houston. I want to welcome you this afternoon or this evening, and thank you all for being here on really a beautiful day. As you know, we're here to celebrate the spirit of volunteerism in our great city and the outstanding efforts of nearly 200 individuals who were nominated for the 2012 Mayor's Volunteer Houston Awards. It is also a unique opportunity to briefly reflect on how fortunate we are to live in a place and in a time when people, so many people, give their time and their efforts, and now we can say thank you and give back to them. Since 1984, Volunteer Houston and the Mayor's Office and hundreds of local nonprofit organizations around our community have partnered together to identify and recognize exceptional volunteers in our midst. While we know that it is both a passion and a calling for many, we love hearing and sharing of your stories. By doing so, you allow us to honor the countless other individuals like yourself doing great work for our community. Brad Baggett, a well-known author and speaker and business person from a few years ago, wrote a book about servant leadership called Power Serve. In this book, in the introduction of his book, life is too short to be little. By practicing servant leadership, our lives will never be the same. Thank you all for the big things that you're doing to make all of our lives and our neighbor lives just a bit better. And now I'd like to bring up our illustrious Mayor, Denise Parker. As Houstonians, we are very fortunate and blessed to have such a wonderful leader who makes volunteerism, civic service, and leadership not only an important focus of her administration, but a priority in our community. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome the Honorable Denise Parker. First, let me welcome everyone to the beautiful, beautiful, restored Julia Ideson Library. Isn't this absolutely magnificent? Wonderful facility. And we appreciate the library making it available to us this evening. I know that a couple of the council members that I work with are here. I see Councilmember Cohen, Councilmember Laster. Anyone else? Appreciate those two council members being here. I am committed to volunteerism. I wouldn't be standing here today as Mayor of Houston if I hadn't started out as a community volunteer in high school. I know that Councilmember Laster started his political career as an active community volunteer, and I suspect that Councilmember Cohen did as well. I don't want to scare you away from volunteerism. I'm just saying that there are possibilities out there. But government is never going to be able to do all of the things that volunteers can do. Government's never going to be able or willing to do all of the different types of programs that you can think up and energize and put out into the community. But what we can do is recognize what volunteers give to the community over and over and over again. And tonight we were about recognizing your service. When I first took office a little over 2 years ago, I established Houston as one of the cities of service. We joined the Cities of Service program. In a little over a year ago, I launched Houston Service, designed to raise the level of volunteerism in the city of Houston and take an already robust volunteer community and better capture the different activities, better capture the amount of hours that were being expended, and to try to link it together more appropriately. I did a great thing in turning to Cameron Waldner, who's the Chief Services Officer for the City of Houston, and asking him to carry the ball forward. by having a Chief Services Officer, it sounds really highfalutin to say Chief Services Officer instead of Director of Volunteer Activities or Volunteer Coordinator for the City of Houston, but that's really what he does. He doesn't convince you to volunteer. He doesn't go out and beg and plead with Houstonians to volunteer because you already do it. You already volunteer. He provides more opportunities to volunteer, but he also simply provides a platform where you can all interact with each other and create a synergy that offers even more opportunity to the city. We have really stepped up our activities with the Mayor's Youth Council. We have had a Mayor's Youth City Council for a very long time, and we had so many young people who were interested in serving on that. We hated to turn them away, and so we had to figure out a way to, well, how do we capture all these young people? They can't all serve on the Mayor's Youth City Council, so how do we create a youth volunteer council? And through the Jefferson Awards Youth Service Challenge, it gave us an opportunity to take a pool of young people who had come forward and put them united into a transformative volunteer experience here in the community. And I'm looking forward to recognizing some of those Jefferson Award winners. And I'm going to be doing that with Ann Taylor, who is the regional managing partner of Deloitte for Mid-America. Deloitte is a major national partner with the Jefferson Awards. And I believe that she'll speak a little bit about their role in the National Jefferson Awards. But we know that volunteerism and community service is part of the DNA of Deloitte, as it is with so many of our corporate partners here. And we are excited to have Ann. So if you'll come forward, talk a little bit about what's going on.
Thank you, Mayor Parker, and thanks for that warm introduction. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Deloitte is also committed to community volunteerism, both here and nationally. And I'm delighted actually to, without too much more ado, really spend the evening focusing on 5 Jefferson Award medallion winners tonight. So let me start right there and have us give those awards out. I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to start with, first, the Mayor's Youth Council. Let me tell you a little bit about each of these winners, and then we'll have them step up here. Please hold your applause until we do that, and then we'll give them a chance to have a photograph taken. The Mayor's Youth Council was started in 1998, and the mission really there was to provide high school students the opportunity to develop leadership and citizenship skills while learning about city government. This organization offers Houston youth the opportunity to discuss pertinent issues while promoting activism and community service through its role in civic engagement. And as the mayor said, an opportunity for youth not only to engage at this point in time, but probably something they can continue whether they go into public service directly or end up in an organization like ours. Provides valuable insight into how the city operates, and it's modeled after the elected city council. Has a chair, a city secretary, and at-large and district council members with senior aides. NYC members also participate in numerous service activities throughout the year. So I'd like some representatives from the Mayor's Youth Council to please come forward and receive your medallion award.